Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko, and I finally have a run with Palanquin to show you. Palanquin's one of my favorite cards. I haven't really managed to get it onto camera before. They've always not quite panned out. But Palanquin's a card with so much potential to break the game. It's just that Mac doesn't have access to a lot of great crit scaling. But there are a lot of great options for enabling Palanquin, whether it be Strength Potion or crit scaling skills like Combat Medic and Exposing Toxins. And this ended up being a run where I had every reason to try to make Palanquin work, one of them being that I was so filthy rich that I could consider holding Palanquin just because a deadly enchant on Mac is usually pretty weak. But if you put it on a Palanquin, it doubles the crit chance bonus, meaning a Diamond Deadly Palanquin just makes all your items crit and then lowers their cooldown when they do. So I had every incentive to try to make Palanquin work in this run, and I got to show off, I think, the most likely powerful use of Palanquin in this run, which is that you're able to use it to make an infinite combo that otherwise wouldn't exist. That you're able to get things way, way faster than they should be, and they will start looping when they otherwise wouldn't have been able to do it. And while at the end of the day, there's a million ways to make Life Conduit infinites with a pendulum, this is a run where I could not have made an infinite through any means other than Palanquin, and I'm thrilled to have Palanquin playing an instrumental part in a run for once. I hope you enjoyed the run as much as I did. Another day, another Mac run. Let's see what's going on. Income start as always. I don't think I like a day one's Midsworth. I'm gonna go to Jungle Ruins. Someday we'll get the temple ticket from here. It's just a matter of time. Maybe a very severe amount of time though. Mac doesn't really heal, doesn't really shield. I'm gonna go Pyro. I might end up playing Burn on day one. It's unlikely, but it's worth a shot. This is gonna be a non-violent protest. It's gonna take like 35 seconds for this to finish, so I'll edit to the Sandstorm. But first, I'll remind you that you can sub to the channel for more daily Bazaar content just like this, and if you could drop a like on the video, it really does help it get more traction and help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. And with Pyro dead, what do we get? It's a small usable item, works well with candles, I can't be too upset. Let's see if we can't find a build at Kina. Regen, Nightshade, sign me up. You know, I think I'll take even more regen. Do I want the Noxious Potion? Yeah, it's day one. It's worth buying specifically because it's day one. We also, like, sort of open up Vial Launcher just a little bit by doing that. It's currently better to take Final Dose, but it's very easy for Improved Toxins to become better, so I'm going to take it instead. Middle, give me a plan. Middle, those aren't plans. I'm tempted to buy Mortar and Pestle, but with the options of other better reagent generators and catalyst generators on the next page, as well as Peace Wrought and quest items, I can't take that. Like I was saying, same thing, just better. So we obviously put the extract here, we sell the gland, and it turns out the potion's useful because it's giving us the third multicast. And at this point, the lighter's never going to matter. We're already pretty much locked in. I just don't think Eternal Torch is very good. I'm not going to bother with it. Like, it's playable, but the ladder has been so rough for me the past couple of days. I'm not going to worry about trying to make Eternal Torch work right now. I'd rather spend my 4 gold on something else tomorrow. That is a surprisingly large brass knuckle. It shouldn't really matter, though. We just do a ton of poison, and he doesn't do a lot of anything. Yeah, that's already 31. I always forget just how strong day one Aludel is, because, like, you have to kind of get lucky for it to function. But if you hit what you need for it, it's downright gross. This one's also basically silver with the +2 poison.
Next time I'll show you what I learned from this.
With how one-sided that was, I feel pretty good going into day 2. Although we have nothing resembling a late game plan yet. We're still looking for direction, but that also means we're open to stuff like Vial Launcher, which is completely broken. I don't really want to go to Andy as my first shop. There's no small items that I'm really looking for that badly. Venomous Dose is all right. And getting other small regen items, especially the regen reagent, could be nice. Fine. The regen reagent pushes over the line for me. I want the emerald. I want the second catalyst. If we can find a reagent, hot damn. Now I do need this, but I have all these catalysts and I don't want to transform it because I actually want the regenerative reagent. So, this is currently the best build because we just kill when this goes off, basically. Can't really justify buying a Venomander. I'll take the spare change, toss these, I guess. Do I beat Warrior? Well, he's not here, and I have no reason to risk it against Ventriloquist. We'll go for Covetous Thief instead.
Your choice.
27 poison at 7 seconds is just damn respectable. Shouldn't discount the Nightshade, though, or the Emerald. That is 39 poison at 7 seconds. That's actually just a ton for day 2.
We won't forgive this.
It doesn't really scale. I guess it's going to start scaling with my next 2 item slots, though. Is there a way for me to make money with a concealed dagger in this run? It'd be cool if there was. I'm not convinced, though. Gonna have to hit up JJ. The Nightshade upgrade's nice. I'm not gonna say no to it, but it's really not what I'm looking for. Like, I'm getting stronger, but I'm not finding a late game path. Hey, we found the late game path. It's that easy. Do I think concealed dagger is gonna make any sense to hold here? I can probably get an extra gold with a concealed dagger. I'm going to hold it. So toss those, buy the life conduit, be on my way. There's an argument to getting the multiple as well, since I have 2 catalysts sitting around. Oh well. Now, real question, is my board good enough that I can run concealed dagger in PvP? I don't think it's going to affect the outcome. I think I might just be getting a gold, and if I lose, I would have lost anyway, so I'm going to take the risk. I wonder if I should have taken a bronze seer potion. No, it's down 2 gold, and I'm pretty poor at the minute. I don't think that makes any sense. Gotta take loot items, I suppose. Just don't have the money to justify Quixel. Well, that's helpful. That's incredibly helpful, in fact. I don't need to sell this yet. I can just grab them one at a time. So each of these actually counts as a region item for the conduit. It really shouldn't, to be honest with you, but it does. So that'll help a lot with making up for lost time on the conduit. We're up to 3 out of 8, even though we just got it and haven't gone to a store, so that's fantastic. I think Pig's either destroying me instantly with Showcase or I'm winning easily. I don't think I should cut the concealed dagger on this fight. I think I'd just be throwing away a gold in almost every conceivable circumstance.
Are you sure? Have you noticed?
He has a bushel, we should be fine. Icy Matchbox is scary, but Matchbox builds that are missing 3 item slots in general are not that scary. I will say it combos damn well with a Steam Ladle. That's worrisome. Yeah, I'm gonna lose to that. I didn't catch that the Steam Ladle was on the board, so...
Was invigorated.
yeah. Not catching the Steam Ladle with the Icy enchant's a little bit disgusting. Kind of a crazy high roll. Is Matchbox good with 7 items? No, but is Steam Ladle good with an Icy Matchbox? Oh, hell yes. Definitely would have lost that Concealed Dagger, no, so I'm happy to walk away with 1 more gold. If I use B1, B2 to upgrade the Life Conduit, that frees up my upgrade for something else, which I guess is just going to be the Aludel. But I don't really care about upgrading the Aludel that much. And Middle can sell me self-poison stuff for the Life Conduit or Vial Launcher stuff for an alternative strat. I actually think that while B1, B2 does make me stronger in today's fight, it's not by like a very meaningful amount. I'm going to go to Middle.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
Yeah, that definitely matters. It's not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. Sunlight Spear is a different way to convert regen to damage. And it's 8 gold for a regen item, so not really super thrilled about that one. I will upgrade the Aludel. We're currently running it. So I'm down 4 gold, but I have a gold Nightshade. Do I think this specific outcome was better? Probably not. Chocolate bars, or Ayla. My collection of catalysts are proving to be a problem, aren't they? I can transform into this if I'm willing to run Noxious Potion, which I am, so I'll start with that. That's very good. Like, actually a very good hit. It just means we can't run Concealed Dagger. For our monster fight, though, we actually just want to be, like, very defensive and slow and get as many Concealed Dagger hits as possible, right? That only gives me 3 inventory slots, and I would like to get 5 chocolate bars, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah, I'm just down chocolate bars, unfortunately. With Gold Nightshade, we're committing to Life Conduit. I assume I can find a potion or a reagent somewhere soon. I'm kind of tempted to sell the Emerald too, but that's nonsense. We're going to take 3 chocolate bars, be sad that we can't do more. And, I don't think I can sandbag against Ether, right? So, let's figure out the board properly then. This should be enough to beat Ether, right? It's just a big Aludel, enough regen to keep me alive. It's going to be a little bit on the close side, I think, but I think, as always, even worst case crits aren't going to kill me here. Maybe I'm overestimating myself, but we're probably not getting worst case crits, so we're super safe. Oh, also, I didn't really think about it, but the concealed dagger does actually mitigate some damage we'd otherwise be taking, so that's nice as well. Not even going to last 18 seconds. Oh, I'm still getting gold out of concealed dagger, just not as much as I might like. Rigged is fantastic, though. Getting a transform's not very helpful, is it? Unless I want to YOLO transform the Nightshade, which sounds like lunacy. Let's go to a shop.
Let's chat.
I mean, I'm leveling up after the shop, right? If I upgrade the conduit for 4 gold, I need to buy it anyway. That's the thing, right? I just need to finish the damn quest. And to that end, I need to buy the Thurible as well. And now I'm out of cash. Currently, I want to sell the concealed dagger and run both of these to maximize my chance of winning in the fight, which is also necessary if I want to roll, so let's go. Man, I was really hoping for something I'd be willing to sell for and upgrade, but that is not happening, is it? Well, bit late on the life conduit, unfortunately. Upgrade a bronze tier item, you say? I think it's gotta be the quill and ink, unfortunately. The board would look a lot better with the second reagent, but here we are. Anyway, upgrade the quill and ink. It's 20 more healing, 2 more poison. It's not nothing. Don't have money, don't have money. Gonna take a small tool. Hey, it's the thing I just chose not to buy. I don't actually feel favored in this fight because this isn't multicasting. There are a lot of weapon-based pigs that blow me up. There's also like the tiny chance it's the same guy with the IT matchbox, would be very upsetting. Thank God. For a second, I thought it was the same guy. It does have a cold room, but I don't think that'll be enough. It's slightly worse than an icy matchbox, you know? We're at 62 poison. He's at 11 burn. I think we're probably good. That is a surprisingly big bird, though. He also has a lot of extra health now that I really look at it, but we're fine.
Well, I'll admit.
Gold Nightshade just doing a lot of work to get us through here. 3 more region islands for life conduit. If we get lucky, we can have the quest done in tomorrow's monster fight. If we get exceptionally lucky, we can do it by upgrading the region conduit along the way. I don't think I can YOLO transform the Nightshade. Like, obviously, it's pretty crazy if it hits exactly second life conduit, but everything else, I probably run the run. So I guess I'm getting a weapon. Not thrilled about it. That is a good weapon, though, admittedly. Hold up. We're gonna see if that can come to pass. I doubt it can, but small items is how we crack the quest. Theoretically, would be how we crack the quest. It looks like we're not doing that. I'll take a Myrrh. The Myrrh's sort of a big deal. It's the reason we can get this thing to multicast, so I can't transmute it, unfortunately. And we're also not cracking this quest then, which is unfortunate, but not unlikely. We'll have no trouble with Hellbilly, and the concealed dagger is gone, so oh well.
You came to the wrong.
Another chance at a ticket. Maybe we'll get lucky this time. I don't think we're necessarily weak for day 4. Like, the gold Nightshade is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The 13 poison fully multicasted Alodel is not bad. If we can get the quest done, I would think we're genuinely okay. Like, that's just a lot of poison output for day 4. But our defenses are definitely on the weak side. I don't know. We still had 40 regen. Are we on the weak side defensively? I don't think I really care about Thurible, but I definitely don't care about Optical Augment. Kina, help me out. Okay, how do I do that? Drop the Alodel. We no longer need it. I need 3, right? I have to buy... No, I only need 2. Nice. Gonna buy the pig. Gonna buy this. That completes the quest. We bring in the region item instead. So that's the build then. Every time I use an item, I regen. Every time my opponent uses a weapon, I poison. Scales this to the moon offensively and this to the moon defensively. Vial launcher still probably not happening. But as long as I have the option to sell other things, I will. We're not really able to roll, though. I'd have to sell Vial Launcher to buy anything, and what would I be buying for 4 gold? I've got enough Catalyst that I would sell the Aludel too, to be honest with you, so let's go ahead and roll. Nah, nothing.
After all these centuries,
Argento, what do you have?
more to learn.
When you poison, your items gain 1% crit. Honestly, that's going to be 100% crit pretty fast with self-poison down the line. Even right now, that could get up to pretty high poison numbers, and being completely broke, I'll go ahead and relax. 2-win Vanessa, feel okay with that.
In 100 years when you are
The pig is at its best into Vanessa by far.
Go ahead. Underestimate.
That is not weapon Vanessa. That is terrifying. Not a lot of actual slows going on. It's just kind of Elucerate at bronze and Clamrat bronze. But the base values here are just a lot. Thank God I had the starting shield, but I still might be dead. 143 regions, damn respectable, and the next hit should stabilize me. Oh, he's done already.
Defeat me.
I was in the process of triggering 200 more regen, which is enough to be healing through him, but I would have died to the Manta Trip hit in like 4 seconds anyway. I'm surprised we beat that. I saw all of this, I saw rigged, and I was like, oh God. We got there though, nice. I think I'm happy to just take 100 health. Like, I'm not very rich. 100 health is very good for a build like this. Hey, slow and cooldown items has some direct synergy for finding Adrenal Converter. That's what I was about to finish the sentence with. I don't think there's any shot I go into Vial Launcher here. It's just so unlikely I find what I need from here. Well, you are at the shop that sells the other thing, right? And I do straight up think Recycling Bin Vial Launcher is stronger than anything else Matt can do. I think it's completely nuts. I have to roll. I want to buy the Adrenal Converter. I would have to sell the Aludel, buy the converter, roll. And if I sell it for 8 gold, how on earth would I be purchasing it? We're also currently not holding any potions, meaning it would be a slow transition with no gold to fund it. We're not doing that. We're buying Adrenal Converter and being happy about it. As I have no self-poison, though, it'll be sitting in my bank for a while. Another chance at a ticket. Let's take it.
What's that, Mr. Barkington? They don't have a
I wonder how much work Rigged is doing for us. I mean, it's the same as any build without direct synergy, right? Like, we're not getting a super fast start where Rigged gets full board haste a second earlier. It's just basically all your items trigger 1 second faster. Rigged is always good, but there's nothing special happening here.
See?
I don't know. I'd say a build like this where defensively you need time to scale really does benefit from Rigged more than most builds, but it's still not super unique. Yeah, I knew this time was coming. Okay, I'm gonna sell this emerald, bring this down, transmute it into a random silver item, not helpful. Bring this down, transmute it into a random silver item, not helpful. Kind of funny we got 2 potions though. Middle, help me out.
Take your time. I'm pretty late.
How dare you, Middle? Well, that's very funny, but you need bronze potions. You don't want to be hitting bottled tornadoes and crocodile tears. So, like, we're still nowhere near it if we had chosen to believe. It's kind of funny, though. How much better does the board get? Like, not at all. It's not even worth the gold. That's very sad. Yeah, nothing here. Unfortunate. Well, next shop.
You leave it behind?
Recycling Bin broke my heart a little. Let's try to forget about that one.
Life is revealed.
I wonder if there's an argument to holding that for specifically Quixel, because I would always collect Quixel here. Would I? Mountain Pass is good. I like pushing experience in general. It's good on builds like Life Conduit, where starting health matters more than most builds. I can't click JJ over Mountain Pass, man. Do I beat this? I think I beat that.
You have to try
We
this
deal
one.
so much poison, like I think it'll be close, but we'll win. Because our defense scaling isn't that crazy. Like, I think when the pickled peppers go off, we're gonna be substantially under the regen. Oh, no, I'm just wrong about that, actually. We're still regenning through the burn pretty comfortably before we... Yeah, that's... I'm not killing them before the burn gets out of control at all. I'm just straight tanking it with no difficulty. Really underestimated how good the regen here was just with boar and a bunch of other junk. All right, I'm happy with that. I've got the 1 space I need. Let's get into it. It is a 2-win Mac, doing worse than me, but I mean, early game is pretty RNG, especially with quest items in the mix.
When we are finished, may I dissect you for study?
Ouroboros, Wild Quillback, but no... I mean... I don't think this does much. I'm pretty sure we just easily out-regen all the poison and damage he's doing, right? I'll admit, there's been a lot more raw damage from the Spider Mace in the opening than I was expecting, but we're comfortably okay. That did way more than I thought it would. Yeah, this guy has 17 poison on the Venom. Of course it did. That's the base value? No, it's at 8. Oh, it's being scaled by fungal spores. So checking recap, yeah. If you told me the Venom was dealing 300 poison, I wouldn't have believed you, but evidently. It is notable that a shiny Spider Mace is uniquely good with Wild Quillback. It's self-poisoning on every use, and then it's poisoning on Venom. I didn't recognize that that was a 2-second cooldown, and anytime anything else poisoned, it would trigger. That's pretty solid. The rest of the build, not so much, but like these 4 items are kind of nuts, and it gives them a lot of regen too. I like that a lot. I'm sad it lost. I hope it's going better on his end, because that build's sick as hell. Oh, Sterling, you shouldn't have. I hate being beholden to Sterling for my level 7 upgrades. I do not enjoy it. But this time we get away with it. Another Catalyst. Toss that and pick up the ticket. As always, I'm thrilled to be going to the temple.
Closer and closer.
Argenta, what do you have for us?
Hear my sister's laughter.
Well, nothing on the first page, that's for sure. I guess I'm going to freeze on poison because the other options don't exist.
Thanks for trusting me. I hope we can do this again.
Move that over. Do I need to hold this? Not really. Anyway, I don't need to think about it now. Let's go fight the Lich because this build crushes the Lich. Life Conduit just outscales the poison Lich does, and then you guaranteed win in fatigue every single time. Even bad Life Conduit. I don't know. Maybe a bad enough Life Conduit build would lose because of Soul Ring, but I have never been remotely close to losing to Lich with a Life Conduit build. The first few times I did it, I was a little bit scared, but like even in the opening, I'm 100 regen ahead, and now I'm 400 regen ahead. The Lich has 400 poison, and I have 1100 regen. Not particularly close, right?
That is not dead.
Would I want Necro? Well, yes, of course I would want Necronomicon. What am I saying? But not today. Would I want a Silver Icicle? God, no. Sells crit items. But what about the Palanquin? What about the Palanquin? I'm not doing it. I always want Palanquin to work. Let me check something. A Deadly Palanquin has double crit bonus. That's actually pretty cool. And Deadly is normally a pretty awful crit enchant. So I am rich enough that I can just like buy a Palanquin. It's only at silver. It needed basically to be at gold. I still want to do it. I'm doing it. I think Palanquin is a really cool thing, and crit's usually an awful enchant to hit. So the idea that I can make good use of it is really appealing. I'm gonna take 5 gold since I've just wasted a lot of cash on something that I cannot currently make use of. And what do I do here? I think I'm transmuting a catalyst again. Wow, it's always sandstorm potion somehow. You wouldn't think that would be possible. Essentially, my silver Aludel is 1 income is what I've been using it for. I don't know, it was on my board. It was good when I was actually playing with it. Anyway, 1 win Vanessa, feeling pretty good into that. I don't know, Vanessa's one of those characters where you can have like 1 item off of critical mass on slow. That's not what this is. That is a very small ling. There is no shot I'm dying. I think 100% crit rate and I would still live easily. I don't even know if that's hubris. I think like it would have to crit me 4 times with like a 1 second cooldown, right? This just isn't happening. It's kind of sad, actually.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Oh, poor Vanessa. At least they have an early silver and extrable. That can do big work later. Oh, they're also an enchant start that's no longer on their board. They had base 5 income and no gold skill. Deadly Duel. Just gonna click that without thinking. Happy with the bonus experience. Is there anything here that I would actually care about? if I find an obsidian enchant with the Palanquin that I have, that's actually kind of insane. It's not like I need this in a Palanquin for obsidian to be insane with life conduit though, right? It would hit for 4,000 right there. Like, you don't really need the 50% crit chance in a paladin for cooldown a paladin? A Palanquin for cooldown reduction. Oh well. Mr. moves down, what do we get? Sell the potion. I thought this was 2 seconds. Has it always been 3?
Bazaar has many secrets.
I'm actually very happy with crit skills considering I'm holding the Palanquin in the bank. When you heal or gain regen, scale crit, hell yeah. The Palanquin might just be good enough now, to be honest with you. I am gonna go Kina. There are some pretty massive non-weapon items for me right now. Do I want to transmute this and then buy the new one? I'm essentially generating 2 gold and I have no inventory space. Upgrading this doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't want that. Give me the old one back, please. I'm using the 2 gold just to buy the new one immediately. It's very pointless, but I don't think I mind. I think taking the chance to see a random enchant's absolutely worth. Nothing here, unfortunately. Not enabling self-poison, not upgrading the Palanquin. Definitely going to go after Bonk every single time. Bonk's just a completely broken skill. I have to imagine that on average, getting Bonk gives you at least 2 more wins than you'd otherwise have gotten. It's so strong. Even ignoring the part where it can break an infinite combo that was previously a tight infinite, this is still just incredibly good in 100% of circumstances. So how's my crit chance doing? Yeah, everything's getting up to like 30% crit. If I replace some of these things with things that couldn't crit but did have uses like a macro scope, that would result in me having even more crit focus on the important Oh, so we're gonna go 10 wins. This is all looking exceptionally unfair with combat medic and exposing toxins. Oh wow, we also have exposing toxins. If I had found the rapid injection system, we'd really be doing something. Let's just take the gold. I can burn a lot of money before we get to the temple. Oh, Andy, you're not the guy I want. You're not him. The loot item was great, though. So my issue is if I go to Andy, I'm never buying anything that matters, right? At best, we get a venomous dose, which is better than these items, but not by a lot. I've got 41 gold. I may as well try for the upgrades. I never care about earrings. I don't haste or slow. I'm trying to figure out how I'd run Palanquin because I really want to do it, but for now, I don't think I want earrings. I'm just so far away from making it useful. This is a lot better at gold, like a whole lot better. But I think it's still worth running at silver. Oh, right, it's 4 seconds. I had it in my head it was 3.5 for some reason. So at 4 seconds, there's no difference in silver and gold. This is just lowering the cooldown on life conduit by 1 second, which isn't a big deal, but I think that's more important than one more trigger here. Additionally, it is getting regen, just not as much. I think I value that more. Oh, hey, Sterling. I think I'm doing the Palanquin, actually. Nothing else really matters, and Palanquin's hardest to find. I have no slow and no haste. I've got 1 haste, I'm just not using it. So Curio wouldn't have made much sense here. I don't think there's a way to use the Palanquin yet. As tempted as I am, seems entirely unhelpful. I would be dropping these 2 items and running Palanquin. And with the regen and the crit scaling, I genuinely think I'd become basically unkillable, but I'd have god-awful, basically 0 offenses. And if I were to cut the Wild Quill back, as well as the Incense instead, then the actual amount of crit scaling I'm getting would drop off a cliff because Combat Medic is getting most of its procs from the Wild Quill back. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. It's a 2-win Vanessa, we'll be fine either way. Well, no, we'll be fine like this. I genuinely don't know if I'd be fine if I cut my Nightshade. I think that would probably cost me a fight here.
Not to squabble.
That's a lot of weapons. What's an IC do on this? Just 1 second, not a big deal. I think we should easily just tank through that. We're also up 600 health. Is that a level? Yeah, that's a level. I was like, there's no way I'm up 600 health. I've had like 3 chocolate bars. Yeah, so this would go on a lot longer if we weren't running the Nightshade. We ended this right at 300 poison. We were about to go to 500, or sorry, 600 poison. Let's see how much of that was the Nightshade. At the point where he had died, 170 poison came from Nightshade, 130 came from the rest of our board, against a weapon build, mind you. And it was about to massively tilt in favor of the Nightshade in the next second, which would definitely have happened without the Nightshade. So yeah, I think I still need this offensively. But tomorrow we'll pick up an enchant. If it's an offensive enchant, we can absolutely cut Nightshade. We can also just YOLO transform the Nightshade now. It's that easy, just believe it. Not gonna go for that plan. I am gonna transmute this now. That was always the intent. Not interested, unfortunately. I don't want to YOLO transmute my Nightshade. I don't believe. That sounds like absolute lunacy. Oh. Remember when you were the best item and ruined all Mac builds because everything was balanced around you? It's a shame all those nerfs are still there except for you. I'm glad Library got nerfed, but at Diamond, Library just doesn't really feel worth the 3 board slots. And nothing else is going on here, so I'll see the next shop. Oh, it's Sterling again. This Sterling is notably less impressive than the last one. I'm gonna be real with you. Trying to figure out what I should upgrade. Like, obviously I'm taking the upgrade, but I could run Excavation Tools, Life Conduit, Rapid Injection System if I find it, and Adrenal Converter as my 7 board slots with the Palanquin, which would be enough regen to really scale to the moon and enough poison to really scale to the moon. So I do think there's a good shot I use this Adrenal Converter. And again, just upgrading all the stuff on my board really doesn't do anything. So it's not a huge deal, even if I do end up running this, but I think it's the best upgrade I've got, and the other options aren't really very good. Anyway, for our monster fight, we've got the dragon, and I don't think he stands a chance in hell. I would be shocked if I were wrong about this. I could have gone to Joyful Jack. When you regen or heal, charge a poison out in 1 second. I probably should have considered it because I'm currently using Nightshade, but is it that or is it the other way around? I always get Equivalent Exchange wrong because I've never had a build where I actually got to use it. It's very, very good, but pushing experience is just so valuable in the late game. Like, the health scaling you get is absolutely ridiculous. And this is a build where not getting one shot is just about the most important thing, and I'm guaranteeing the experience by coming here. I think this is the right call, but I would be unsurprised if I'm wrong about that and I'd have been better off going after Equivalent Exchange. Haste and Poison. I mean, that's going to be an easy poison onto Life Conduit, I think. I think I've got to go poison scaling here and drop the Nightshade. I'm going to do that. We're going to try to play the Palanquin thing. It's actually interesting. I haven't gotten to run with Palanquin on the channel despite it being a genuinely pretty cool card, and I have a lot of synergy pieces for it. So the idea is that now I can find a way to run Palanquin. We can cut the Nightshade. This is more poison, more regen, more crit scaling, and more room to benefit from Palanquin as well, so I think I won't restore to Quillen Ink. Excavation Tools is really good because it's an item that cannot gain the random crit scaling off Combat Medic that's also speeding up my single most important item, so I want to hold on to that. I'd definitely rather be running like a Smelling Salts over Quillen Ink and just haste this item, but it's okay, we'll do what we're doing. And all of this is sellable. I would like to transform the Nightshade. Relics from any hero. Fortunately, the Palanquin's not a relic. It is a vehicle of modern design. Still a chance at an upgrade on Life Conduit, but I'm just going to push experience here, man.
Does not matter. Only
pushing experience doesn't affect whether I level today. And 200 to 600 health is a lot. Like, average 400 more health, that is a huge amount. And knowing that I'm going to the temple tomorrow, I'm getting 1 experience now and then 8 experience tomorrow. That's 9, putting me here in level 11. Even if I get 4 experience, this doesn't level me tomorrow either. I'm going to take Seek Health. This is 400-ish health additionally for 2 days. This really meaningfully affects me. Did I, like, max roll that? All right, I'll take it. Gotta go, JJ. My last chance to upgrade Palanquin early. Oh. Hi there.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
Do I want the earrings too? I'm going to sell this Aludel. I'm going to sell this Philosopher's Stone. I know neither of them are surviving tomorrow anyway. I'm going to pick up the earrings because if I'm going into the temple, I have infinite money. There's no reason not to have them. And nothing to do here, unfortunately. All right. It's not exactly what I was hoping to have at the end of day 8, but I think we're doing something pretty strong. It's an undefeated Mac, so I know he's doing something pretty strong. But usually that means they're regen, and I think Palanquin should be favored into another Oh, burn. With Fire Claw, not Eternal Torch. Multiple rubies, 3 of them, in fact, with Candle's Fire Claw. Let's get the regen going quick, boys. We got a crit on the first volley, and on the second volley. We might be okay. Not on the third volley. Not on the fourth. Oh, he's dead already.
Share with me your secrets.
Yeah, we just easily tanked what he was doing and killed him in time. I don't even know that we got particularly good crit RNG. We got down to 3 seconds. It is kind of funny that Excavation Tools only helps the first volley. Like, it immediately does nothing after it gets 1 crit, so that's not great. Yeah, ideally we probably want to have Excavation Tools be something else, but no Smelling Salts, no Macroscope, no hope. Let's get into the temple. Am I looking for anything in the temple? Would something like Barb Spike Warden even be good here? I'm not convinced it would. Anyway, we should just crush. Do we just crush Boulder? We definitely crush the Caltrops, right? I'm pretty sure we kill the Boulder no problem, but the slows on Life Conduit are actually a huge issue. I've got 3,500 health and Regen Conduit will beat Caltrop Trap. I don't need to stress myself out going after the Boulder. There's a tiny argument that Excavation Tools is actually making my board worse. It's probably a very correct argument, too. You know what would have been a guaranteed win? Just cutting all the cards except for Quillback and Life Conduit. I mean, this is still a guaranteed win. We're fine. But I realize now that I could have removed all doubt by just cutting cards from my board. Mac, heal, and regen. I think I gotta go heal and regen. Although I've already got combat medic. I'd be very happy to upgrade it.
I teach goes beyond what we call
Your regen items have +3 regens. Not terrible.
safe.
Flat 20 regens, also not terrible. I want the crit scaling, though, to be honest with you. 8 regen on a specific item is kind of nutty. And regen equal to half your enemy's poison is also very, very good. That's just 50% more regen. Oh, man. These are all incredible options I've been happy to take. I think 50% more regen is not something I can say no to. I think that's just so much additional regen. Also, if down the line I get lucky enough to find an Obsidian enchant and the regen equals damage options, this is very, very good. That's probably not happening, to be fair. I've got the Pendulum. We're probably going into something stupid with that. And I feel like the crit chance scaling is more important, but that's still RNG. I'm gonna take Venomous Vitality. It's guaranteed to be doing something.
Bad, right?
Toxic Amber. Honestly, I'd have preferred non-toxic Amber if I'm being real with you. Glad to get 2 experience, though. That's very, very solid. It's still probably right to run it, though. It's a slow. It's buffing the incense. Because this really does literally nothing after the first crit on Life Conduit. It's not doing a lot. This does mean that I'm going to be getting crit scaling going on to Toxic Amber from Combat Medic, but it also means I'll get the crit scaling from Exposing Toxins. Anyway, let's finish picking up our loot and get to the monster fight. I don't have shields. Let's just go after Mythkeeper. No reason to waste time. Also, builds like this, I think, actually do lose to Comots. I think they'll just have enough time to scale up before Life Conduit kills them. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely to actually get a crit on the first volley. Why is it going to 4.6? Oh, it's 8%, not 1 second. Why did I think it was a flat 1 second? Whatever, it's still good. It also stacks very well with any cooldown reduction, not that I have ever found any. Fungal Spores is giving me an amount of damage scaling without eating crit chance. It's probably not worth running, though. Let's see what's in the Reliquary. We have a Fiery enchant. We also have the Barb Spike Warden, which, frankly, is an inconsequential amount of scaling. Yeah, the Barb Spike just really doesn't matter. I don't freeze or burn at all. I just poison, and the vast majority of my poison comes from this scaling source here, which is going to be doing way, way more than Barb Spike ever does. So the only thing that makes sense is buying Flame Coil. Don't think I want the Turbo Chris. So I'll take the Flame Coil, and then we can start debating what the hell to do with it. It is a 4-win Mac, feeling good against that. But first, I've got a Palanquin, a Pendulum, an unused Fiery Enchant, Self-Poison with no ability to poison myself, Slow Scaling with no ability to slow, and a Nightshade I straight up don't need, and an Excavation Tools that only makes sense if I'm not running a Palanquin. There's got to be something we can do here. If I run the board like this, I have a 4-speed Life Conduit being charged by and charging a Restorative Quill and Ink, which is just a lot of poison and a lot of crit scaling. It's not infinite or even that fast. It's definitely better than running the Nightshade. Flame Coil Gem's just in a really weird spot, because the right thing to do would normally be to overwrite my poison enchant. But I already have Venomous Vitality, so I don't think it's correct anymore. And then the right thing to do would become like put it on the Palanquin or the Pendulum. There's no way it's right to hold it, right? I could just keep it and put it on something else in the future when I have a clearer reason. But that also sounds wrong. But like, this isn't going to affect whether or not I win today. It's just not going to do anything. I'm trying to figure out if something like this would make sense. Just getting these to trigger off the Pendulum is very, very helpful, assuming I get like any amount of crits and they start getting faster. But that is up to Art and Jesus, whether or not it will be very, very good or just kind of all right. I want to believe in Palanquin so bad. But Fiery Enchanting the Palanquin's not even good. I'm going to put it on the Pendulum. It'll give me burn triggers or other effects in the future. I know it doesn't really do anything, but if I find Toxic Flame, I think that's the name of it. Chemical Fire is the flat buff, Toxic Flame is the poison buff burn, and vice versa. So if I find Toxic Flame, having it on the Pendulum is genuinely very, very good. There's no scaling item it's ever going to get attached to. Like, this looks stupid, but I think this is where it always goes, and I may as well do it now, and there's nowhere I can put it that actually does anything immediately. So sure. And obviously Excavation Tools is nice before we get 1 second of cooldown reduction, but that won't take too long, I think. And while Incense can steal crit scaling, it can also generate crit scaling, probably less than it's stealing. I think this ends up being better. I'm not fully convinced this is my best setup, but it's certainly the one I'm most interested in seeing how it works.
When we are finished, may I dissect you for study?
It is Toxic Life Conduit. Blank Slate's generally not a card I respect too much in Life Conduit builds. There's no reason for these potions to get reloaded, so he's just dead. What are we doing? He just has a couple of one-use potions that don't really do anything? What are we doing? Well, we win, I guess. I'm deeply confused. Got down to 1.8 seconds, so this was infinite. No, the other one also has to get... Right, they both have to scale. Oh. That's gonna be frustrating. Just give me a macroscope. Don't make me do this. Anyway, let's get our loot on him, I suppose. And unironically, not bad. I have a very fast burn item at this point. Yeah, the difference in 4 and 1 is pretty tremendous. Go to Midsworth, look for the Palanquin upgrade naturally. Damn shame. I'm gonna upgrade it. I don't think I'm ever running it, but if I find Smelling Salts, I would rearrange my board and care about having that. Crit items. The odds of finding Palanquin here are very, very high. It's basically just Palanquin and the runic stuff. Unfortunate. Now, does Strength Potion actually just warrant a spot here? God, it's so slow. I think it does, though. Even though it only has 1 ammo, it's going to guarantee crits on these second volume multicasting. So I think that just ends up being good enough. Well, no reason to fight anyone other than 8-Armed Davy, so let's give it a shot. I wonder if Hyper Focus wouldn't convince me somehow to run only small items. I can't really see it. The Pendulum seems too important here. I want to watch the replay of that. Strength Potion looked like it animated before it had hit the top for some reason, which is very confusing to me. Yeah, they become infinite much more reliably with the Strength Potion. Very happy with that. Now, if I can hit replay real quick, it looked to me like you triggered when the bar was right here. I'm assuming that's some stop clock syndrome nonsense, and it's not true. No, it absolutely starts animating before it hits the top. What? I'm gonna play that back while I'm bitching about it as an instant replay. I swear to God, it went off first. That's deeply confusing. If anyone can explain how the game works, I no longer understand. I'm genuinely baffled. Anyway, excavation tools, you're out. We have a much better accelerator now. Honestly, that might just be good enough on its own. I might not care about anything else. A diamond pendulum would be insane, though. Yeah, so I don't really know what broke in my brain during this run, but I got it in my head that once the cooldown of this goes to 4 seconds, the excavation tools are useless, which is just totally not true. First of all, if I'm making an infinite combo, starting a second early is already worth a board slot. Like, what is this amber doing here? But second of all, probably much more importantly, it's only useless if it goes off at like 4 seconds on a 4.1 second cooldown item. If it goes off at 4 seconds on a 3.9 second cooldown item, it's still charging for 1 second. I have no idea why I got so muddled and confused and disrespected the shit out of excavation tools in this run. It's just like straight up wrong on so many levels, and I've got to address it at some point. I can't keep pretending it's not happening because there's an amber on the board and there really shouldn't be, man. I don't know what's going on here.
I want what's right for you.
Yeah, that's about right. Just toss this trash now.
See that mountain? That's Paul.
We're leveling up to 13, actually. That's very helpful. There's nothing we can do here that matters. 13 gets us the diamond pendulum, and that just sends us to the moon. That's basically immediate infinite. This stuff's never coming back in. Let's just go get our diamond chocolate bars, or gold chocolate bars, as it were. They can't actually make shit that good. With the diamond pendulum, I think we just have the infinite now. I would like to thank Sterling for giving me my upgrade, by the way. 1/3 of the build is beholden to a random event that you might not get. Don't know why we've done this. I'm still salty. Never gonna get over it. We're looking at oil lantern, heavy blank slate, eternal torch. That ain't gonna do shit. Oh, he has the life conduit too. Is there a regen synergy with the burn stuff beyond just... I don't feel like he actually scales it that well. Certainly not as well as this. God, that's stupid. That was with his random freeze going on to my entire build, by the way. I mean, it's hard to miss. It's a 50% shot for a freeze to interrupt the combo. Yeah, I feel like it would be staggeringly unlucky not to go 10. I can lose twice in a row. I have an infinite combo, and I have bonk. Like, how do we mess this up, right? Surely. There are plenty of small items. Macroscope's #1 on the list. Macroscope's cooldown can't be lowered. It's arguably worse here because of... Huh, weird. Macroscope wouldn't be an improvement to this infinite. Did not realize that. I certainly don't want anything that's not an active item. Maybe I should have went for a non-crit item over the Toxic Amber to better force the crit scaling into these items. I don't think it's a huge deal one way or the other, though.
Of course the treasure's real.
Soul Ring's neat. It'll guaranteed crit when it goes off while these are infinitely triggering. Yeah, sign me up.
Finally, someone with taste around here.
Do I need a piece roll? No. I'm not gonna fiddle with that. It just sounds tedious and annoying. Nothing I care about. Push experience at work a lot then. Everything is from in class, so nothing's happening with any of these skills or any of these items. Data reminder that Sword of Swords is supposed to be a legendary item, and I am perpetually underwhelmed by the poor thing. Yeah, it takes the second volley, really, until you go infinite, but you do absolutely go infinite, and then crit them for 8,000 poison, apparently. Yeah, that definitely makes me feel stronger into, like, a pig or something. Grandmaster the Rigged, sign me up. Oh, crit scaling, too. I don't think the crit scaling actually matters as much as the Rigged. No, that's not true. There's not no use for burn. There's one, well, I'm infinite. So, well, theoretically, Toxic Flame is pretty good. It ends up being wholly irrelevant. Let's just go to Adira for diamond skills. Your potions have their cooldown reduced by 1 second. Does that matter? This goes off at 5 seconds, triggering this, putting this at 1 second of cooldown left. Yes, that matters.
Olin was right. You are a quick study.
I'll take shield and walk out of here with 10 wins, please. It is an 8-win Vanessa, but I have never been less scared of an 8-win Vanessa than I am right now.
I may be
Incoming instant kill from the boulder or some nonsense with stealth fighter. Oh no, he's just playing weapons. No, that ain't happening. I've got 7,000 health. I'm up 2 levels on this man. He does have an obsidian proboscis. Let's hold up and see how bad this gets. He has some pretty crazy enchants over there. I don't know. I'm already...
Bring her about. I've got another salvo.
Yeah. Yeah. Did this actually resolve? It looks like it was in the process of resolving, but I don't know if it did. He didn't have that much poison on him. It did. So it actually resolved and either didn't crit or went off way earlier than I expected it to. I want to see that again. But yeah, Soul Ring is really putting a timer on my opponents that wouldn't be there without it. It's nice to finally see Soul Ring mattering to some degree in an infinite. Yeah, so it's only going off for 1.6 thousand, which is still a lot of poison, don't get me wrong. And yeah, the entire concept here is this would normally not be an infinite, it would just be pretty fast, but Palanquin plus the Strength Potion is giving them enough CDR during that combo to make it infinite afterwards, which is really cool. I can finally say that I've got a Palanquin run on the channel, and Palanquin's genuinely super important here. Like, the Palanquin Pendulum Strength Potion combo is something I've been aware of, and I never see other people using it. I've never had it successfully make it to camera. I've had sick runs with Palanquin that didn't make it to the camera, where I had like double Palanquin on day 6 with the Necronomicon, and then matched exclusively into freeze and one-shot builds. But this is like a much more sane, normal version of a Palanquin build, showing off exactly what it's best at, which is getting you to be infinite with Pendulum when you otherwise wouldn't be. And that's why Strength Potion with Palanquin actually makes a ton of sense. It's very hard to get enough crit scaling for Palanquin. I don't think I'd have picked it up if I hadn't had the early crit scaling stuff with Exposing Toxins and Combat Medic. And you can just make it work if you get a Deadly Enchant, right? Bring it to Diamond with a Deadly Enchant. It gives your whole board 100% crit chance, and it's crazy. But barring that, you can still find other ways to turn it on, other ways to scale your crit chance enough and make it turn things that shouldn't be infinite into infinites, or just massively accelerate your board. I'm very happy to have a Palanquin run. I mean, it's also a Life Conduit run, but I'm playing Mac in Season 4. Of course it's a Life Conduit run. It feels like every Mac I see is either Life Conduit or Vial Launcher or not winning. Those are the 3 types of Macs that I see. And truthfully, I'm very much an if you can't beat them, join them sort of mindset, where every time I play as another character and just get rolled by Life Conduit Mac, I'm like, man, why am I not playing Mac? So since I'm currently demoralized by all the Macs going around, I'm gonna be uploading some Mac in the near future. I don't think Mac is like comically far ahead of other characters. I do think specifically how consistent Life Conduit is results in him being the strongest character, but like not by a landslide. I just think there are a lot of Vanessas where like you end up playing Weapon Vanessa and then you match into Life Conduit, and it's just so frustrating because you're supposed to be strong early, and as early as like day 3, if you're not completely cracked on Weapon Vanessa, Life Conduit's just tanking you, no problem. I'm sure at some point during this run I did exactly that. Hell, in the last fight of the run against Obsidian Proboscis Weapon Vanessa on day 11, that should not have fallen off yet. I just tanked it super easily and killed them in like under 8 seconds. With the Life Conduit, you know, the defensive one. Because it's not actually defensive. There are so many ways. Soul Ring, Nightshade, Life Conduit Enchants, and Sunlight Spear being the main ones to turn it into an offensive powerhouse. I really like Life Conduit. I'm gonna be sad when it gets nerfed because I've always enjoyed the card, but it's definitely the strongest, most consistent build in the game right now as far as I'm concerned. Admittedly, I haven't played that much this season. Maybe I'm completely off base here. But when I'm playing the ladder, it feels like if anything is consistently beating other characters, it is Life Conduit Mac. And for that reason, until I'm ahead on recording, I'm gonna be playing a lot more Life Conduit Mac in the near future, just because I don't enjoy going 6 to 8 wins on other characters after losing to Life Conduit Mac and feeling like I've wasted my time as a content creator. Sorry to be whingy here at the end, but I had to get it off my chest. Anyways, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. God, what ridiculous skills this build has. These are so not okay.